Hello everyone, and welcome back to 4KB Shorts Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program with Kerbal Space Adventures. I believe the time has come. Yes, the time has come. Ah, what is this, you say? What are you doing? Well, I do have my list here, or doing a list, and I was looking at it, and there are a couple of items on here that are optional, and I was looking at them, and I am not capable, I guess you could say not capable, or unsure of the design that would be required in order to make this work properly. And for that reason, we are going to be foregoing very few items on the list, only one or two. I'm still not going to state what those items are, for multiple reasons. But because of that, we are actually going to start dropping off Kerbals. Wonderful day, right? Yeah, wonderful day. So, we're going to go with a three-man pod to start with. This pod is also going to double as our return pod as well. Oof, it's heavy. And by return pod, I mean emergency escape vehicle. And that's basically, it's going to be a emergency escape vehicle. You have to get it off the planet and back into orbit, right? Or at least into orbit. And now that I'm thinking about it, okay, 1 second. So off the planet into orbit would be your best bet for a rescue. Would not require a docking clamp, but would be useful. If it doesn't require a docking clamp, then we're not going to use one. So what does that give us? 2.08? Okay, so on Duna, 2.08 should be more than enough to do what we want. Oof. This one right here is actually going to be very difficult too, because I am not sure how to design it either. However, I'm going to take a shot at it more so than others, just because. So let's go ahead and start working on that. Let's build this like intelligent human beings as well. So we're going to need some solar panels. That's 6 solar panels. That'll be fine. That shouldn't be in the way. Nope, not in the way. Okay, we're going to need a ladder on here as well. Several ladders, in fact, I'm sure, because we do also need to put down a separator. Separator, which would be that, I think. Oof, this thing's going to be really tall. Crap. Let's see, we're at 11.83 tons? Well, that's roughly the size of our original, our Kerbal container, I think, is about 8 tons. Or, excuse me, about 15 tons? Something like that. I don't remember. It was around that area. Would this work? 942. Not very well. But that's our landing. That's actually going to be our landing module thing. So we don't really need that for much. Except for slowdown, mostly. And then with that, we also need... whoa, way too many. Way too many. We need some landing gear. Look at that. This thing's gonna be so top heavy, oh my god. That's fine. That's fine. We need several things here, including what? Wow, no, this is not going to work. Take the leg and move it like that. That might work better. So we need a couple of these doohickeys, right? Just one right here. That's all we need. One. So one. Oof. Will that work? Was that close enough? Well, I guess that's what testing is for, right? We're absolutely going to have to test this, and by testing it, we're also going to be showing basically what, whether or not our Kerbals, like which Kerbals we're actually going to be taking, because the Kerbals who test this will also be the Kerbals who fly it. So we're going to call this the test, well, I actually don't have a name for it yet, so we'll just call it the test, I'm just going to call it the test module until I can think of a better name for it. So that's going to be our test. I'll strap some crap to it. A couple of these doohickeys. Where are they? Here we go. strap a couple of these to it, and then we'll get it launched, and we'll see if it can do what we need it to do. I may strap a big rocket to the underside of it so we can push it into the atmosphere, and then see if it'll come down as softly as we desire. So something more akin to. No, that's an SAS unit. That's not going to do me good. Still an SAS unit, yeah. something like this. And then we'll just drop a rocket underneath, and that should get us what? Oh, okay. That should get us 2.5. Yeah, 2.5 is good enough just for a test. 2.5 won't get us into orbit, but it'll get us where we want to go, which is, up anyway. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and strap this down, get it all set up. We're going to put it on the launch pad, and we're going to try to get it up into the air and then back down on the ground in relatively one piece. So I will see you guys out there. Alright everybody, here we are outside. So we have Genevieve, Ronstedt, and Camfred. Yeah, Camfred are going to be our 3 pilots. So they're going to be our first pilots to Duna as well, because that's what we do here. So let's just get this thing off the ground, and we're going to test to see if it can come down, and if that parachute will hold all this, all this, and if the landing legs will work, and then if we can get our Kerbal back inside using the ladders that we have supplied. So here we go. It's not going to be a very big flight. I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, we don't have very much burn, but it is actually almost enough to get us into orbit, which is pretty hefty. We're going to face it this way. Oh, we're leaning a little bit, not good. No, we don't want to go over the ocean. We want to land, which means we want to go this way. There you go. We want to go over land, which is in that direction. So we're just kind of arcing it over. I guess higher up would be better than lower down, but we're not particular. What's our ground speed? I don't even know. Yeah, we can definitely get this thing almost to orbit at least. Too bad I didn't bring any docking rings. Okay, yeah, we just want to kind of... don't want to arc that way, we want to arc more that way. Yeah. Kind of turn us sideways there, we don't want to go over water. 10,000 feet! Oh my god. Okay, I want to burn off the rest of the fuel. We'll keep arcing because we're going to be coming in sideways kind of hard on Duna as well. So let's bring down our thrust. Get rid of that. Whoop. Oh, we are heavy. We are heavy. And I'm steering it the wrong way. Those are 2 reasons why this is a bad thing. Okay, so there's that. That worked out for us. What are we at? We haven't activated our next engine. Oh, right, because I didn't set up my stages properly. So let's go ahead and activate that. And then we'll worry about, well, these all need to be done differently. Actually, that needs to be done last. And this one, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, I got it. I'm getting it. Actually, no, that needs to be done last too, so it goes like that. Yeah, see, I have to relearn my stages. So let's put our gear down. And because our atmosphere is so thick, we will be coming down kind of shallow anyway. But that's okay. I guess this is going to be our landing engine, so we might as well test to see if it'll work. So parachute out. Parachute out, there we go. Okay, that slows us down a lot, but just because we need to slow ourselves down forcibly. Because we are heavy. Might take even less thrust on Duna to slow us down. Or more, I don't know. It's atmosphere versus gravity, so it's going to be one of those things where you're never quite sure. Alright, that was good. That was nice. And we'll bring it on down. Probably going to want to... Oh, something hit the ground. I think our pod hit the ground. Okay. Oh, okay. So not bad, not bad. Honestly thinking we're like, what, 1.25? What I didn't do, I don't know if I can. I might be able to. We might be able to. We might not need... Yeah, there's no place to put a ladder. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see if we can do something different with this. Something strange and unwieldy. Boom. Whoa, whoa, whoa. She flops. Oh, and she explodes. Okay. Bad test. That's okay. Landing is going to take a little bit of practice, I think, especially on Duna, because this thing is going to be huge and heavy, but it looked like it would have landed okay had we not been going like 17 kilometers, or 17 meters a second. So, I'll go ahead and end this flight, and then we're going to test whether or not our Kerbin can do what we need them to do. So I will see you guys back out on the launch pad with everything set up proper. Okay, everybody, back out on the launch pad. We'll go ahead and put our gear down really quick. And we can decouple, and this shouldn't affect us much. So decouple. Okay, cool. Zoom in. Okay. So we wanted to lower this. Extend ladder, please. Extend ladder, please. And then we wanted to deploy. I don't know if that will work the way I want it to, but we have to see. Camfred, you're going to be our EVA for today. Yeah, I don't think he can repack the chute unless it's actually been jettisoned. Okay, can you climb down to that second ladder? Oh, perfect, you can. Wonderful. Wonderful, Camfred. Okay, can you get off the ladder, Camfred? Alright. So Camfred can get off the ladder. Can you get back on the ladder? Yes, he can. And then climb up the ladder. Doop-a-doom. Okay. And I guess we can board. The parachute, unfortunately, has been deployed, but refuses to do anything. Okay, oh, damn it. Oh. Well, as long as nothing... Oh, well, damn it. I was going to say, as long as nothing explodes. I was going to have him try to repack the parachute while he's standing up here. I'm going to assume that he can. And that's kind of a silly assumption to make, but I'm going to assume that he can repack that parachute from that point. Because this thing is not a very happy lander for Kerbin. But this is going to be our lander. This is going to be what we get to Duna, and hopefully we'll be able to get it to Duna, because it's going to be super heavy. Ooh, super heavy. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll get it there. I swear. So I will see you guys back out here with a rocket that should be able to get us out into orbit. I hope. Or I may build it with you guys. I don't know. I have not decided yet. So we'll have to see. So I'll see you either inside building a rocket for this, or back out here ready to launch. Okay, everybody, here we are out on the launch pad. I was able to get Duna actually where it's supposed to be. I've made this rocket a little bit shorter than normal. I only used a gray tank in the middle instead of an orange tank. Don't know how that's going to affect our ability to actually get into orbit. But the sun is rising, I believe, and so we're going to be taking off and heading towards that way. So let's get going. And as always, with a standard takeoff, if nothing blows up, explodes, flies off, so on and so forth, most of this will probably be cut out for the sole purpose of just, making it more interesting, I suppose. Although this is a pretty hefty rocket considering. Still, I'll see you guys either in orbit or when something detonates. Woo! Happy times. Alright, everybody, here we are in orbit. And in orbit is a great thing because the rocket worked. Worked perfectly. Have some fuel left, just enough to get us to Duna. We are going to have to use our bottom tank to do probably some orbital maneuver, probably some other stuff. Hopefully that will work to our advantage. Otherwise, we're probably going to have a real big issue. I'm hoping we won't, but there's no 100% on that. We are rolling around to our burn, of course. I did use this gigantic, very inefficient engine, but it had the best thrust to weight ratio. So inefficient as it may be, it actually works okay for us without too much difficulty. So once again, we're just heading around to our burn point in 3 minutes. There goes the moon again. Wee, very pretty moon set. I guess you can call that. That's what that is. That is a moon set. Alright. Not sure how long this burn is going to take, so we could probably start it a little bit early. So let's go ahead and throttle up. It's going to take roughly 24 seconds. That's okay. We'll burn early. Burning early isn't that horrendous a thing. Probably throttle up just a little bit more. This is going to take basically all the fuel we have left in this tank, minus a little teeny bit. Hopefully that won't be a problem. Hopefully. No guarantees. Okay, what's our Duna thing? 5.7 gajillion miles, it says. Well, let's see if we can get closer than that. I found that if you use these in combination, it actually helps out a lot. Neither one is perfect, but together they give you more information than either one by itself. And that actually helps you out. Okay, 107 million. My actual burn was to 5 million, but this may get us closer. There goes the sun. Bye-bye, sun. Okay, 2 million, 200 million, excuse me. 13. Okay, 95. Oh, looks like 77 is where we're going to jam it up at. So not perfect, unfortunately. But that's okay. We're going to get pretty close. No, I don't want to add maneuver. I want to get rid of maneuver. Close enough for the machine not to know what the hell's going on. Okay, so we're getting pretty close. This is going to take some changes when we're out there in the space place. So I will see you guys there when we're out somewhere between Kerbal and Duna, so we can do our micro adjustment to get ourselves closer into a functional orbit. So I will see you guys there. Alright everybody, here we are, halfway between. I've already set up the burn. I was initially going to just leave this out, even though I'd mentioned it, because I was like, well, it's just going to be a couple second burn, who cares? Except I realized that we're not going to have enough fuel. Oof, yeah, I know, we're not going to have enough fuel, but what we do have is we have fuel in other tanks. And so what we're going to do is this. What are you doing, KB? I know, insanity, isn't it? I'm not 100% sure yet, but this may not be as reusable as we originally hoped. So at this point, our main concern is getting our Kerbals on the ground in one piece. Everything after that is just bonus. So we have the fuel on board. We're not going to use it if we don't have to. If we do have to, them's the break. So, okay, we'll go ahead and do our burn here really quick. That should get us almost to where we want to be, right? We got 11 point some odd million. Yeah, not where we wanted at all. 4 million, good start. 3 million, okay. 600, nice. This big engine, you get these little itty bitty teeny tiny burns, and they're enough to like alter your course by a couple million miles. Okay, here we go, up. 708,000, okay. Close enough. I'm not gonna fill too much, especially now that we're using fuel. But anyway, yeah, so we may have to figure something out when we get there. I don't know what just yet, but we'll figure something out when we get there. So once again, we're going to go ahead and pause here, and then I will see you when we get closer to the planet and get ready to burn in and hopefully not crash in. Alright everyone, there's Duna once again, and once again I have set up a burn that will get us into a slightly better orbit, but this big old engine is too inefficient, and we do have such a high current thruster-weight ratio that I think this little engine here will be more than enough. So we're going to pull all the fuel that we didn't use out of this, like so. Not like that, we're going to do it like this, there you go. And come on. Hopefully it'll be a lot more than not. Alright, all done. And it looks like, wow, we didn't use any of the fuel out of this tank, so this one's just technically empty. So let's go ahead and quick save, and we will jettison, like so. Now our thrust to weight ratio has dropped a little bit, but our surface to weight ratio is actually pretty damn good. And for those two reasons, we're going to go ahead and just kind of adjust a little bit. So let's go ahead and adjust. Well, we'll wait the 3 hours. So here we go. Bye-bye, rocket. Thank you for your help. That's going to end up flying off into space. I seem to have lost Duna. There it is. Now, what's really great about this is, if you notice, we have 1,664 meters a second of fuel in this one. Now, this one's just going to get us back into orbit off of Duna. That's all it's there to do. It's not going to fly us back to Kerbin or anything like that. Just into orbit, just so our Kerbals can get off the planet and get rescued if needed, or picked up or whatever. For that reason, we can, as we drop, transfer fuel from this tank to this tank without too much of a loss, I think. And hopefully that will alleviate the issue that we were having earlier. Okay, so let's get in there. That's 1 hour left. Alright. And I don't really have to do this perfectly, but, you know, and my thrust to weight ratio is dropping as we approach, but that's okay too. 3, 2, and 1. Alright, we'll leave it at 1 minute. We'll go ahead and start the burn. Very light burn, doesn't need much. Oop. That's so terrible. Okay, just a little bit here. A little bit here, a little bit there, you know how it works. This is probably perfect enough, I don't know why I'm fiddling with it, but I am. Done. Overshot, oh no. Okay, so there's our orbit. Or our almost orbit, it's not an orbit yet, it's a pass, so there's our pass. Which is great because it's 114. Now here is the moment of truth, which determines how much fuel we're going to need to actually slow ourselves down to a 470, so half as much to get to 500,000. Okay. I'm kind of okay with that, if only because that's an orbit, at least, right? That's what we really need, and if we wanted to, we could actually say how much do we need just to get into a stable orbit, or like just an orbit, because that minimum is really all you really need, and everything after that is gravy. So a minimum of 264. So not bad, not bad. 465 will get us to 5, and of course it goes up. It goes exponentially after that. Okay, why are you not cooperating, sir? Alright, 560. And then for like a circular orbit, which is basically what we're building now, we would need roughly 588. So we'll put it at 588 to give ourselves a circular orbit if we want. So yeah, it looks like we'll have enough fuel. If not enough fuel, then at least enough backup fuel to do what we need to. Absolutely. So not horrendous, not the most efficient. I'm sure Ronstead, Genevieve, and Camford would be much happier had I brought more fuel. But for the moment, this will be enough. So once more, we're going to go ahead and pause here. And then I'll see you guys back when we're about to get ourselves into orbit, or when we're getting ready to touch down. Once again, it's up in the air. I don't know what's so important. Oh no! So I'll see you guys then. Alright guys, didn't take very long to get here. We are going to do a deorbit burn because it's been a while since we've actually looked at Duna. Well, I don't know. It's been a while since I've looked at Duna. Maybe maybe you looked at it like 2 or 3 times. I don't know. But we are about to burn down in 6 minutes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we're down to the seconds. We can go ahead and start burning now, I suppose. Because it's going to take us almost a full minute to burn down. That's okay, though. And our ship is a little uneven. So it does pull to one side already. Crap. Good to know. I was hoping not to screw with it, but turns out I have no choice. Alright, burn down, burn down, burn down. Apoapsis is now down to 400 and something. 300 and something. 200 and something, okay. 195, okay, closer. 163. 130, 120. 119. And I think that's about how close it's going to get without burning out others. So it's 116 by 106, yeah. So, circularized-ish. Hey, look at that! Look at that! Okay, the planet is rotating towards the right side of the screen. And since we actually have a dawn-side landing or a day-side landing, we might actually take advantage of this and land now. Let's get out of the map screen and let's take a look at our lightless vehicle here, because I didn't put lights on it. But we are going to need as much fuel as we possibly can get, so let's go ahead and in. Let's stop our rotation if we can. Yeah, look at that, our surface to rate ratio is now at 4.56, so we could take off again from the surface with this whole thing if we wanted to. Alright, so from here, we're going to go and do what, like this? Ooh, no, wrong way, what am I doing? Oh, I see, I'm actually rotating this way. I'm going against the curve of the planet. Okay, good to know. Let's try our periapsis, please. There we go, let's bring it down. Bring it down, no, bring it down. That is not where we're going to end up landing, I know it. Probably going to end up more like that, I think. So let's go ahead and check. Let's see. Oh, this one's going to be tough. I haven't landed backwards since the first one. Not 100% sure if that looks right or not. Kinda does, but at the same time, it kinda doesn't. Oof. Yeah, why not? Honestly, why not? Let's get ourselves into position. Worst comes to worst, our escape pod is slightly farther away from everything else than it's supposed to be. But we did bring the Dune mover over for that purpose specifically. So let's go ahead and get in position. And we'll have 43 seconds to do this. And it's going to be 186.2 meter per second burn, so let's start that. There we go. Just slow ourselves down as much as possible. Oop, oop, oop. Not too much though. Where are we? A little tall. A little tall, I think. Let's shorten it up. Done. Okay, close enough, right? Oh, and let's get rid of this because we're done with that now. Okay, so as we come in, the planet's going to rotate. Hopefully it'll rotate enough to catch us in that particular position. We're actually going to arc in pretty hardcore. It would have probably been better to come down on top of it, you know, closer to coming down, but whatever. We'll figure that part out as we approach. Woo, nervous making. Alright, so here we go. How's our arc looking? Arc's looking okay. I'm still sped up so I can't rotate proper. Rotate proper, please. Thank you, little rocket boat. Alright, arcing in. Down to, it's going to cut me down to 10 now. There's our landing zone. Okay, now it's cut me down to 1 because I'm guessing, oh, I hit atmosphere early. Eek, eek, eek. Not good. Not bad, but not good. We don't have a lot of time, so if I wanted to do, let's say, an up, like what if I wanted to burn in? No, burning in wouldn't work. Burning out, that probably wouldn't work either. Nope. Yeah, none of that's a good idea. So we're going to have to eyeball this at this point then if we have to. We're just going to have to burn towards the ground and pray. I really think that's how it'll work. If only I knew my landing coordinates. Okay, if we need to, we'll burn up. I think we're going to need to, so let's go ahead and burn up a little bit. Because that should get us closer to our goal. There it is. Alright, wonderful, wonderful. Still going to be coming in kind of hot. Alright, we're going to put our landing gear down just for fun. Just so it looks like we know what we're doing. We are coming in at 900 meters a second, not cool. But you deal with what you deal with. Okay, don't watch the ship, watch the gimbal. Keep having to remind myself. Alright. This is very dangerous what I'm doing right here. And I don't mean rotating the ship. Okay, we're gonna start slowing ourselves down a little bit, I think. Yeah, we're gonna start slowing ourselves down a lot, I think. And we'll pop our chute. Which is going to help. I hope it's going to help. Come on. Come on. Slow us down. Okay, it's 200. Okay, try to float over a little bit more. We have the fuel for it. You're gonna give it a shot. Okay, that's 100. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, we're gonna slow ourselves down just a bit more. Alright. Whoa, 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 I do not know what is happening right now. Please tell me good things. Okay. Communications issue right there. Okay, we're still at 100. Something weird is happening, I don't know what. Ah, these are bad times. Bad times! No, 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 don't slow. I don't know what you're doing, but stop it! Alright, so there's that. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. Hey, that's not bad. 2 kilometers from there and only 1.7 kilometers from there. Totally awesome, okay. Gonna do a little bit more burning on the way down. We want to land as light as possible so we don't roll over. I don't care how much fuel I use to do that. Because we are landing on a hill too, which is really, 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 really bad. My parachute's like, what the hell? No, 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 yes. Yay! Oh, thankfully I decided to try to figure out which way my thrusters were pointed before I hit the ground, or we would have ended up flat on our asses. Oh, super fun. Okay, extend ladder, transfer fuel as much as we have left into here. In please, in please. Oh boy, okay, cool, wonderful. Next we quick save. Okay. Super exciting. Alright, we're gonna ippy dippy this because I don't know who to bring out first. I mean, the flight crew captain is in the middle, so that's Ronstedt, and then Genneby and Camfred. I don't know really who's who, like who's science and who's whatever. So we're gonna ippy dippy between these two because Ronstedt got to fly. So say ippy dippy my spaceship on a course so true past Neptune and Pluto's moon. The one I choose is you. Hey, Camfred gets to be our EVA guy. So EVA Camfred. Now, Camfred, can you repack that parachute at all? Please do that. Alright, thank you, Camfred, for doing that before you EVA. Excuse me. Yeah, Camfred. It's like, it was Ronstadt. No, Ronstadt's in the middle. He's the pilot. He stays inside. It's Camfred. Okay, Camfred's going to be their first Duna Kerbin on Kerbal Space Adventures. You have anything to say before you step down there, Camfred? Please God, let me off this thing. Yeah, okay. Ta-da! There it is. Happy Camfred. Okay. Now, Camfred's our guy who's on the EVA. So he's going to do a couple of things. Technically, we're closer to the garage than we are to the dune mover. So what Camfred's going to do is he's going to wander over to the garage. He's going to pick up the ant. And then from there, he's going to come back here and pick up somebody else, probably Genevieve. And then they're going to go get the dune mover. Excuse me. And from there, they're actually going to start setting up the actual base. So, once again, super exciting. I would like to thank you all for joining me, Genevieve, Ronstadt, and Camfred on this Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program and Kerbal Space Adventures. And we will see you next video.